Everyone, welcome. How are you doing today? Good evening. How have you been? How's been your day? If this is the first time you're going to be seeing me or meeting me, let me introduce myself. I'm Adeola Adeyemi. I'm the founder of Talk Mental Health. I'm a psychiatrist. I'm a mental fitness coach. Hi, Leo. Thank you for joining. Hi, Adeola. Hi, okay, yeah, thank you for joining. Please tell me your name and where you're joining from. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Tell me your name and where you're joining from. Oh, I am Lois Mead. Thank you for joining. I like to meet you guys. I like to know you by your name if possible, because sometimes there's Instagram handles might not be your real name. So, but like I said, my Instagram handle is Talk Mental Health because that's my organization. And if you're not following me, just follow me right away. But my name is Adeola Adeyemi. I'm the founder of Talk Mental Health. I'm a mental fitness coach and I'm a psychiatrist. I am passionate about what I do. What I do is to basically educate, create awareness, and teach skills that would help you be mentally healthy and stay mentally strong. And I also, as a psychiatrist, I treat mental health disorders. I offer psychotherapy sessions. And today, that's enough about myself. I want to meet you guys. Tell me your name and where you're joining from. Today, I thought to jump on this live to talk about dealing with difficult people. Dealing with difficult people. Hi, Sam. Hi, Dora. Dealing with difficult people. Have you ever had someone that is so difficult? By the way, can you hear me? Can you hear me clearly? Let me know if the audio is good. I need your feedback. Yeah. So, have you ever experienced someone that is so difficult? Perhaps at work, maybe in your relationship, it might be at church, any kind of organization. Have you ever been in a situation with someone that is so difficult and you find it difficult, or someone that is difficult, you find it difficult to actually relate or connect with the person, or perhaps get something you need to work together as a team, and you find it difficult to get that thing done because that person seems so difficult to please, difficult to handle. Please, I need your feedback. Can you tell me, have you ever experienced such before? And also tell me if you can hear me clearly. I would really appreciate your feedback. Yeah. So I know that sometimes people can be very difficult, and in life we have to learn to cope with some certain set of people, not because some may not necessarily want to do some of these things intentionally, but perhaps because of their personality traits, their background, their upbringing, how they were born, how they think they should, behave. Some may not even have the understanding yet. So, but it is your choice. For every one of us that is on this live, it is our responsibility to react appropriately, to respond appropriately, our responsibility to ensure that we have good relationships with people. I'm talking about those people that are really, really people that are very, very concerned about their mental health. If you're on this live and you think you need to do things the right way, then you will be careful the way you relate with people and find ways of dealing with some people that are so difficult. People that are naysayers, negative, they are, toxic, they say demeaning words. I mean, sometimes when people talk, perhaps, at work, in a work environment, and the way they relate with you, the way they use swear words, you wonder what kind of upbringing such person has had in the past, and I'm like, why this person doing this? But you still have to find a way of coping with such people, right? And some people can be so negative, and then they get on your nerves from time to time. You keep wondering why they do that. You still have to find ways of coping with such people. You still have to find ways of dealing with such people. All right? So I'm here to talk about how to deal with difficult people. And I'm going to start this by telling you that life is 10% of your response of how you react to a thing. And life is 10% of what happens to you. Sorry. And 90% of how you react to it. Let me say that again. Life is 10% of what happens to you and 90% of how you react, your reaction to it. So it is always about your response. Your response is your responsibility. I don't know if that in grammatical, what I just said makes sense, but that's how it came to me. And I'm just going to say it that way. The way you react, the way you respond to people is your responsibility. It's your choice. You have the power to choose your response from time to time, no matter how difficult a person can be. By the way, let me just put it in the comment box. If you have any question, if you have any comments, just put it in the comment section. I'm going to answer your questions. Ask your questions. Yep. Okay. So please feel free to ask your questions. I'm going to try my best to answer your questions. From my own experience, I've realized that people would always be people. I was speaking to a client of mine, earlier hours of today, and I was telling her that you cannot control what people do to you. You can't control how people choose to behave, but you can control the way you react. Your reaction is what even makes you feel bad. Sometimes it's not about what someone has done to you. It is how you process the information. It is how you think through it. It is what goes through your mind. And once your perspective can change about someone's behavior, it's going to give you peace of mind. What is your main goal in life? What do you really desire? To be mentally stable, right? As long as you're on this live and you know that this is a live with someone that talks about mental health, I'm sure you want something good about your mental health because you know it's important. So whenever you're dealing with people, you should understand that you don't have to always react. Understand that people would always be people. You can't change them. You can't control what they do to you. You can't tell them to stop doing one thing or the other. But you can control how you react or respond to them. I'm going to say this about I think it's an Austrian neurologist. He's one of the Holocaust survivors. There's this thing he said, and I'm going to read this out to us. Please hold on. He said, between the stimulus of what happens to you and your response, between the stimulus of what happens to you and the response lies your power to choose. Between the stimulus of what happens to you and your response lies your power to choose. And in those choices lies your freedom, growth, and happiness. In those choices you make lies your freedom, growth, and happiness. So between your power, the stimulus of what has happened to you. Let me give you an example. Someone just walked up to you at work and said something very demeaning to you, right? And you got really, really upset about it because you felt that that wasn't a fair statement that the person has made to you. And you told the person, why would you say this to me? And the person kept on hammering it, swearing and using coarse languages, using very bad words at you, making you feel like you're not doing well in what you're supposed to do at work, or maybe in your business, or whatever it says. It could be in your relationship. And you felt really bad about it. That's a stimulus, right? Because it has sent some signals to your brain that these words this person has used are demeaning words. These words are not fair. This is more like this person is cursing me. This person is saying things that is bringing me down, bringing my self-esteem down, bringing my self-confidence down. So that's a stimulus. So between that stimulus and your response, so you can actually, decide to fire back, say those words back to the person, and then there will be like an altercation or a big fight. So between that stimulus of this person saying these demeaning words to you and your response, whatever response you decide to give back, lies your power to choose. It is your power. You have the power to choose. It is your choice. Lies your power to choose. You can choose the right response or the wrong response, depending on how you say it. You can choose, the positive response or the negative response. You can choose to walk away or decide to fight back. But in those choices lies your happiness, lies your freedom, and lies your growth. So in the choices you make, it will determine how happy you become afterwards. It will determine your growth, because when you have the growth mindset, whenever someone comes at you and say things that would make you feel bad, because you have a mind that have a different perspective about what this person has done, and you decide to just walk away or overlook because you cherish your inner peace, you know what that means? You've grown. You're not that kind of person that someone will just come out and say something and the next thing you do is, talk back at the person. You've grown. That's growth. Happiness. Many a times we think fighting back would always bring happiness. But you know what that does? It sometimes give you a lot of negative emotions, make you feel bad about yourself. As a matter of fact, the things we say when we are angry, we most likely may not say them the right way. We might have a good meaning. We might have good intention rather. But because we are angry, we will not structure it the right way. We may not be able to articulate our words, and we might say some things out of annoyance, right? And when we say those things out of annoyance, we may not be able to take those words back. We will say very hurtful words, and we may not be able to take those words back. You know what that would lead to? At the end of the day, what that would make us feel? It makes you feel like you start thinking, regretting your actions, you have guilt, you have shame. All these emotions I'm mentioning, guilt, shame, regrets, are negative emotions. And let's not forget what negative emotions does to you. Emotions do to you. You know that I'm a psychiatrist, so I'll take you back to the brain. Negative emotions will just, make you feel bad. And once you start feeling sad, feeling, regret, you have regret, you feel shameful, a lot of negative some hormones, neurotransmitters would be released into your brain, into your bodies. Cortisol will be released, stress hormone will become high, serotonin level would start to drop. Remember, serotonin is the one that regulates your mood and makes you feel good. It starts to drop. You feel bad, you feel, you overthink for a couple of days. You may not be able to sleep, you keep worrying. You would have saved yourself all those stress if you just decided to ignore, overlook, or walk away. Or, go back and calm down. When you're calm, you structure your response. I remember when I was in medical school, a friend of mine used to tell me that, Adiola, I've told you, because then I used to be very, very, I like to give it back to people, back to back, hot and all, I've not learned all of those skills then. So she'll tell me that whenever you want to type a message, just first of all, when you finish typing, don't send the message. Go and take a walk and come back, or think over it before you send. I've told you. And it's true, because many a times when we type things or when we respond to people out of annoyance, we definitely would have said some things in a very hurtful way. We may not mean to say it that way, but because we are very hot and angry, we might be just, dashing out the words and all. I don't know if anyone is here that understands what I'm saying. If you can agree, or if this resonates with you, just say yes, 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 yes. Because, I have gotten so many people come to me and tell me, oh, they're struggling in their relationships. Someone even told me of late that, nobody likes me. I can't trust people around me. It's like everybody hates me, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no. It's not that everybody hates you. It's not like that. Perhaps the way you're perceiving the information people are passing across to you is why you're feeling the way you feel. If you can just slow down a bit and start to, change your perspective about these things, perhaps you'll be able to see it in a different way. And once you see it in a different way, your reaction to this would be different. Because let's even say that everybody hates you. You are the one feeling the pain. You are the one thinking about it. Most people, maybe these people are not even, it has not even crossed their minds about how they feel about you. They might not even have thought about it in any way. My point here is that we have power over our choices. Dealing with difficult people, we have the power to choose our responses. We have the power to choose our reactions. All right? We have the power to choose what we want to do. We have the power to choose how we want to behave. And because God has given us that power to choose, we have to use it right. We have to use it right. I know it takes a lot to deal with difficult people. Maria, I can see you. Thank you for joining and thanks for your comments. I know it takes a lot to deal with difficult people, but it is still our responsibility to deal with these people while they are trying to get the help they need. We have a lot of toxic people out there. We have a lot of people that are struggling. They have not healed from their past. They have not healed from a lot of emotional issues they've had in the past. And yet you still meet with these people. These people might even, if you're so unlucky, you might just be in a relationship with such a person. Yeah, I mean, they might be your clients, your customers, you have to still deal with them, unfortunately. I mean, you still have to deal with these people. Come to think, for me as a psychiatrist, I see a lot. What do you expect from a psychiatrist? Who do you expect to come to me? Who do you expect to come to me? So I just have to learn to know to deal with, to handle it. I just have to learn to contain my clients. I learn to accept their emotions. Even me, sometimes I have to go to therapy to unburden some of these things that I get into myself. Hear from through therapy sessions, when I hear a lot of emotional struggles people are going through, things they would say to me, and then I'll have to take all of that in. So I have to find ways of letting those things out as well. So it's tough out there. People are going through a lot. Yet we still need to be proactive about our mental health. And we need to find ways of dealing with these people. How are you so sure that you are not even the difficult one? Have you come to think about it? Yeah. It's look as it's a challenge and yeah, that's another way to look at it, Maria. I agree with you. Because I'm like, what if you are the difficult one? Sometimes we are quick to, point accusing fingers at people. Yeah, Leo, I agree with you. They are exhausted. We are quick to point accusing fingers at people. We have not really sat down to reflect and think of how we might be contributing to these difficulties. Could it be from me? Have you thought about it? Could it be from me? Is it that I'm not understanding this person? Am I being empathetic enough? Are there things that I can change about the way I think or see this person? Yeah, there are some people that are complete naysayers. I mean, some people are obviously toxic. And there's nothing you can do about those people. Like, obviously, outrightly toxic. I know some people, I've worked with some people that they would outrightly tell me some things and I'm like, are you okay? I'm like, what? Coming out from someone, I mean, this person is not mincing what, this person is not being diplomatic. There are some people that will be diplomatic. They will tell you right to your face and tell you some demeaning things and you'll be like, am I thinking it or is this real? So some people are toxic. It's obvious. Some people are, and it's very draining. You know what you do when you are in a relationship with such a person? You have to walk away, run. If it's like a relationship, you are not married to the person yet. You can, walk away or perhaps go for counseling. Maybe the person needs to go for therapy and, heal from whatever is making them toxic. But before you can even help someone else, the person has to be motivated. Some people would even tell you that when you tell them, oh, should we go for counseling? I'm talking about relationship cases now, like in marriages. So if you tell someone in a marriage, you are behaving this way, do you think we need to go for to see a therapy or a counselor? Some say, oh, there's nothing wrong with me. Oh, this, and that. What do you do in such a situation? What do you do? What do you do in such a situation? I mean, the best is that I tell my clients, a lot of people that I meet, that you have to protect your head first. You have to take care of yourself. Think about yourself first. What do I do for myself? Let me first of all be okay before I can start thinking of helping others. So back to dealing with difficult people. Difficult people will always be difficult, except if they start to make changes. And the reason why some people would, project their difficult traits or difficult personality type is because they might have been through some past events. I'm not saying that that's an excuse for them, but I'm just telling you why people do what they do. It might be because of their difficult upbringing. Maybe they've been through some traumatic experiences, abusive childhood. They've faced a lot of difficulties, or they might even be going through some difficulties in the present time now, and it's difficult for them to heal from it. So they are transferring or projecting their own challenges, their internal challenges, internal conflicts to others. So I said projecting, and I said it intentionally so that you would know that it is not always about you. So when people come to you and they say some things to you, you have to think and see the things. You have to sieve those information. Sieve the information and see the ones that is right for you and pick it, so that you don't start to feel like, oh, maybe I'm not good enough, or you start to make yourself, you think you're not good enough, or this person has said this, and then it starts to affect your own self-esteem. Remember that when people talk to you, or when they say some negative things to you, it is more about them than it is you. It is that they are projecting their own inadequacies to you. Whatever anyone says to you, that I'm even talking, whatever I'm telling you now, there is a mixture of what I've been through in the way I'm, articulating my words. There's no way I can separate the way I talk, the way I, present, whatever I present to you. There's no way I can separate it from what I've been through in the past. It's not possible. And that's why people are different. Even if two people have the same personality traits, you give them the same topic to present, the way they will deliver it will be different. Because we have been through different life situations, we were raised differently, even the same siblings will have different experiences and the way they even interpret those experiences in their head. So it's always going to be different. What I'm saying in essence is that whenever someone comes to you and lashes out things that you don't like, says demeaning words to you, it is not about you. Don't take it personal. It is not about you. It is more about them. It is their own projections. It is their own inadequacies. They are projecting their fears, their anger, their sadness to you, and it has nothing to do with you. So whenever you want to react, always remember that. That helps a lot. So when you remember that this is not about me. Yes, this person has called me stupid. Yes, this person has said so many demeaning things to me. But this is not about me. It is more about this person. This person needs to go and see Dr. Adiola or go for therapy. So yes, toxic people can really be draining. I can agree with you. But I'm just going to share with you 3 tips that would help you. But before I go into that, I welcome everyone. If you're just joining and you don't know me, I'm Adiola Adeyemi. I'm the founder of Talk Mental Health. If you're not following me, just follow immediately, because you are missing a great deal if you don't follow me. Like I said, I'm a psychiatrist. If you need help with therapy sessions, if you've got mental health struggles and you need help with someone that would, give you like a clarity about what you're going through, just book a session with me. You go through my link, the link in my bio, you see my link tree. You'll be able to see all the services I offer. And yes, I have another fantastic program coming up in a week's time, May 21st. That's Audacious. It's more like a group coaching program. It's going to be for like 4 weeks, and it's all about self-awareness. We're going to be talking about overcoming negative emotions, improving your self-awareness skills, mindfulness training, controlling your emotions, engaging in meaningful self-care, and a whole lot of things that would help make you feel good about yourself. So this is going to really be an amazing thing. I want you all to sign up for that. It's going to be wonderful. It's going to be great. 1 minute, guys. I'm coming. Yeah, Adesire? Yeah? What's that? I want a pet. I'm having a meeting now. Do you want to stay with Grandma downstairs?
No, I need to have something. I need to have a pet in the back seat.
Go downstairs. I'll join you shortly, okay? I'm in a meeting.
I need a pet.
Please.
I need a puppy.
Okay. So, like I was saying, please sign up for the program. It's going to be very, very amazing, and It's going to cost about $99 to sign up. It's for 4 weeks, and that's about 55,000 naira Nigerian money. So please sign up. It promises to be amazing. You're going to learn how to love yourself, how to accept yourself, how to enjoy your life to the fullest. So I'm bringing in a lot of things, and I'm also going to have a guest that is going to come for the program. Please don't miss it for anything. Don't miss it for anything. So back to what I'm saying. Yes, that's my daughter. Like I said, I'm a psychiatrist. I'm a mother too. I have 2 kids. I have 2 little ones. They are young. And yes, it's okay if they come to knock on my door when I do live. Yeah. All right. So the 3 things that I'm going to teach you on how to deal with difficult people. The first thing you need to do is you need to take charge. Take charge. Take charge. It's your life. It's your responsibility. It's your decision. Take charge of your life. Take charge. I've told people, I can't say this enough. I mean, let me give you an example of myself. I remember when I was much younger, I used to blame people for everything. I believe that people need to change for me to be better. I mean, for me to be able to relate with them, I see fault in others. I'm like, okay, you do this, you do that, without really checking on myself on what are the things I can change to make myself better. Nothing changed. The more I did that, nothing changed. Nothing. No improvement whatsoever. Nothing changed until I started looking inwards, and I started, changing the way I think, changing the way I behave, changing the way I perceive things, being in charge, taking control. I took charge of my life. And that is where you get your healing from. That's where you'll be able to, become free from, having to be dependent on people, how people behave, how people, dealing with difficult people. People's attitude will not affect you anymore. Once you decide to take charge, once you decide to be in control, once you tell yourself, no, it is all about me, and there are no more excuses about what you've been through in the past. Yes, it's painful. Yes, it's difficult. Yes, it was not your fault, how you were raised and all. But your healing, your freedom, your healing, or whatever it is your responsibility. Your healing is your responsibility. It is your responsibility. And that's why I'm saying you have to take charge. The first thing, the way to deal with difficult people, take charge. Stop complaining about this person. Take it. If you know you cannot cope with this person, walk away from them. Take charge. Stop saying this person is not making you happy. Some people will complain and complain. Oh, my boyfriend is doing this. My partner is doing that. This is abusive. Yet you stay in the relationship. Take charge. Leave. Walk away. Walk away from relationships that is no longer serving you. Protect your inner peace. Preserve your energy. Stop wasting your energy or, transferring your energy. Draining yourself and giving out when you know you cannot, you're not benefiting from the relationship. So the first thing to deal with difficult people is to take charge. That's the first thing you need to do. The second thing to do is to stop being unrealistic with your expectations from people. Like I said, sometimes it's not about people. Have you really, look inwards and see yourself? Are you sure that you are not even the one that is being difficult? Are you sure that you are not the one that is being difficult? So the second thing is you have to stop being unrealistic with your expectations from people. Stop being, having high expectations from people. Thinking, oh, this is how this person should behave. This is what this person should do for you. Stop these high expectations, because once you have high expectations from people, you know what it does to you? You get easily disappointed. And once you have disappointment, negative emotions comes in, you start to feel bad about so many things, and it affects your confidence, your self-esteem. It may also lead to depression. So try and cut down your expectations from people. What do you expect from, like, for instance, you have a house, because you have some perfectionist traits, you expect that, this person has to, organize things the way you've organized it. You left your room in a particular way, so your partner must do the same. You have to understand that it may not be realistic. Like, nobody can do it the way you do it. Some people may do it better than you. Some others may not do it as good as you would do it. But you have to learn to be more accommodating. Yeah, I'm saying this. I'm not talking about the other person. I'm talking about you now. So you have to learn to, cut down your expectations from people. It helps. Yeah, that's it. Then the third thing I need you to do is that give people the benefit of the doubt. Give people the benefit of the doubt. Give them excuses. Give them excuses for whatever it is they've done. Someone has said something bad to you. Give them an excuse. Or maybe he's having a bad day. It must be a bad day. You can never talk to me that way. It must have been that it's a bad day. Give them excuses. This person did not actually greet me. Give them excuses. There are different levels of difficulties or toxicity. Some people are very, very bad. They're very toxic, obviously toxic. They need help. Those kind of people, you run away from. Flee all appearances of evil. You run from those kind of people. I'm just talking about some kind of relationships that are still mendable, that you can correct. I mean, day to day, people that you work with, people that you're in a relationship with, that you can still manage your relationship. Excuse me. These kind of people, when they come to you and they seem to have done something that you did not like, you know what you do? Give them an excuse. He's having a bad day. He's having a headache. Sometimes there's a way we process information in our heads. So we have different perspective, and due to our past experience, we might have a little bit of distortion in the way we see things. So if I have a cup now, and the cup has water in it, maybe half-filled water, someone will say the water is half-filled. Someone will say the cup is half empty. Another person would say something else. And we all have different perspectives of the way we perceive things. Anyways, that's my point here. So what I'm saying in essence is that just because of that kind of distortions that we may have in our brain, if someone passes by, let's say for instance, and the person does not greet you, someone would say, I have always known that I'm not a good person and nobody will want to greet me. That's the way the person must have perceived it. Another person will say, this person did not see me. Just because of different, past experiences that we might have had. And that's how we perceive things in different ways. So what I'm saying in essence is that when people come to you and they've done something wrong, or you've expected something, they do things to you, and you expected some things from them, they didn't do it, just give them an excuse. Give them an excuse. Change those thoughts that you have that are negative thoughts. Change them with positive thoughts. Take a pause. Think. It is not that bad. I'm sure that person must have forgotten. The person is stressed, must have forgotten. That's why he did not greet me. All right? And many a times when we go through a lot of things, we tend to respond in a negative way just because of how we are feeling. But I've always said it that we need to learn to think and understand that sometimes what we feel may not always be the right thing. It's always good to take a pause and reflect, because most of the times what we think, our thoughts are not always right. Our feelings are not always right. So when you have that at the back of your mind, that my thought is not always right, my feeling is not always, it will help you in understanding others too. This person has said this to me now. It does not necessarily mean that this person is right about what he or she is saying. It does not mean that what this person is feeling right now, the anger I'm saying or the bitterness, is not what this person is saying. So those are the 3 points that I'm going to share with you today. The first, take charge, be in control. You have the right to choose what your response would be. Remember, I told you what Viktor Frankl said. He said, between stimulus of what happens to you and your response to it lies your power to choose. Between stimulus of what happens to you and your response lies your power to choose. And in those choices lies your happiness, your growth and freedom. So your reaction is your responsibility. Your response is in your hands. It's your power. It's your control. You have the right to, decide on what you want to do. So that's number one, take charge. The second thing is for you to reduce your expectations from people. Check inward or look inward into yourself. Perhaps you need to do some things. Work on your own self as well so you can have better relationships with people. And the last one is that make excuses for them. Make excuses for people. Have alternative thoughts when those thoughts drop on your mind and you have to have a particular negative thought about people. Have alternative thoughts, give them the benefit of the doubt, and it also helps you in dealing with them. So yeah, if you have any question, if you have any comment, please drop in the comment box. Let me answer your question. All right. And if anyone wants to come on live with me, please let me know. If you've ever had any experience with a difficult person, it would be nice to share your experience. I've been, I've had people, I've had to deal with different kinds of people from different, I live in the UK now and I work in a different environment. So it's a bit different from where I come from, Nigeria. And you have to understand people, different people, understand how they think. So it takes a lot of work to understand all of those things. Yeah. How does one deal with rejection from a significant other? Yeah. Okay, so like thank you for asking the question. Rejection is a different topic entirely. And rejection is if it's a relationship and the person is a significant other. You understand? Significant other is another thing. If it's rejection from someone that is not so close, that one is easy to, handle. You know that person is not for you. Just walk away. And you know that the rejection has nothing to do with you. It's that person. You understand? But if this person is rejecting and is a significant other, perhaps you need to talk about it. So this person is significant other. You need to talk about, that means you're still in a relationship. The person is significant. You need to talk about it. What kind of rejection? Is it the person rejecting, maybe intimacy, rejecting, going out with you, rejecting, you have to really know. Or is it that the person has asked for separation or divorce? You understand what I mean? But let me I really don't get the whole context of the question, but let me just say that sometimes some relationships are, you can salvage some relationships. So you go through therapy, you go for counseling, everybody would hear their minds and you're able to find the root cause of where the problem is. But if it is something that is not going to work, then you have to also go through therapy individually and heal from separating from the person. But when someone that is significant to you or important to you rejects you, you need to find out why. Ask them questions. Find a way of communicating with the person and talk to them. Let them know. Let them know how you feel. So if they don't want you anymore, then there's nothing you can do about it. You just walk away. If someone that you're in a relationship with says it's over, then you walk away. I mean, you can't force someone to love or accept you. That's not good. When people walk away from you, let them walk. Let them go. So that's it. I hope that answers your question. I think I might be the difficult person, Miss Attila. I agree with you. Like I told you, for me, for several years, I thought I was not difficult. I thought I was doing the right thing. I never knew I was the one that was difficult. I thought, this is me. This is what I like. Is it difficult for you to just follow what I want? I mean, just follow this thing. It's not difficult now. But nobody wants to be complaining. Say you're frowning your face. You're moody. Just follow this. Now it's not until I now started looking inwardly through introspection, self-reflection, self-awareness. I became more aware of my thoughts, the way I think, the way I process information. Hi, Dr. Palmer, my friend is here. Thank you for joining. I became more aware of how I process information and what I was going through. And that helped me to be more accommodating. I start to put myself in other people's shoes. started ignoring. So when I even do some of these things, I try to apologize because I know that I'm a work in progress. I'm not there yet, but I'm not where I used to be. But before, I thought I was doing the right thing. Like, I never knew I was the difficult. I'm like, you have to do it the way I want. This is what I want. Just follow. If that guy must must conform to the things I want. If not, this relationship cannot work. That was my kind of person then. But over time, I understood that no, it's not always like that, and it takes two to tango. So let's not forget that. So I agree with you, Miss Attila. You might be the difficult person. You need to check yourself as well. Leo asks a question. Have a friend who's really toxic but still doesn't want to let me go. Let yourself go, Leo. Leo and Awoya, both of you have the same. I think you have the same. Let yourself go. Someone that is toxic, not letting you go. Let yourself go. Let yourself go. You, like I said, it is your choice. It is your what do I call it? It is your decision. You first. Always prioritize yourself. Once you notice that something is toxic, someone is toxic to you, it's affecting your mental health, it's not helping you to become stable, you're struggling a lot. You know what you need to do? You have to be kind to yourself. Be kind enough to know that this is not working for you. And you've spoken about it, like how we have said, I'm not getting answers. He's still holding on to me. That's not working for you. This person, how can someone that has rejected you be holding on to you? I don't understand. So someone is rejecting you yet holding on to you. That's not fair. I don't think that is fair. And I think in that kind of relationship, you should just let it go. And, have a clear mind, clear, thinking. Think about your life. When you're not entangled in that kind of relationship, get out of the relationship. It may not necessarily be that you're going to, leave the person forever. But at least have some time to yourself and think, reflect, meditate. Think about it through and know what you truly want. Once you know what you truly want, it will be clear to you. But there's no way you would have a clear understanding of what you're going through if you're still in that toxic environment. It's going to affect the way you perceive or you reason things out. All right. Leo said, has really gone through a lot in life though, and has many unhealed. You see, Leo. I told you. I hope it's not both of you, Sha. Because Leo, I think Leo is referring to a lady and Awoya is referring to a guy. I hope I didn't mix that up. So anyways, I'm saying in essence is that whatever works best for you, whatever is good for your mental health, whatever gives you peace of mind, whatever gives you mental stability is what you should do. Remember never to trade your mental health for anything, not even a relationship. Whatever doesn't give you peace of mind should not be on your list. Please, I dropped my question in the question section. Wow, how do I do that now? Oh my goodness. No question yet. Please drop your question. I've not seen it, Mary. I haven't seen it. I've checked the comment. You see, no question yet. No question here. Please drop it again. Can you drop it again? Mary, let me check. Mary. Can you please drop your question again, Mary? Thank you. So like I was saying, never, ever, trade your inner peace. Trade your mental health. Trade your whatever it is for anything. It's too expensive. Whatever causes your mental, your mental health is too expensive. Whatever causes it is too expensive. It's a relationship. I wish I knew some of the things I know now several years ago. Like I wish I knew them because it's liberating. There's nothing as good as being mentally stable. No. If you are troubled in your mind, there's no way you will concentrate. You won't be able to walk. You won't be able to think. You won't be able to study. You won't be able to do anything meaningful. Even if you are trying your best to show up, it will not be with your whole heart. You won't be able to give your best. So please, in dealing with difficult people, If this person is toxic, you've tried your best, you've spoken to them, you've tried to communicate with them, I beg waka, just go, walk away. Awoya is a woman, sorry. Awoya is a woman. All right, nice to meet you, Awoya. Okay, so like I was saying, I mean, if this person is not yielding to all the things you're trying to, there's no change, there's no difference, take a walk away. So Marion, now over to you. How do you deal with a difficult boss who constantly ignores you, and you can see that he answers another employee all the time? It's so frustrating and annoying because you need his input to complete your daily tasks. Mary, how long has this been going for? This happens a lot, because if this person is your direct boss and more like your line manager, you just have to get this person's input. You have to talk to this person, and the person needs to be able to help you. But when this person that is supposed to help you and guide you is not is not saying anything, he's not helping you, he's ignoring you, then I can imagine how you feel, Mary. It can really be frustrating and annoying. But have you really spoken to your boss about this? Yeah, Mary, have you spoken to your boss about it? I would suggest communication. Is there a way you can talk to your boss and let him or her know this is what has been happening? Perhaps this person might not see it this way. It's a possibility. Or something might be going on. Like I said, the way we perceive things, we see things in different ways. So can you talk? Is your boss someone you can talk to? Doesn't even create such a point to discuss. Can you send an email to this person? I mean, you see this person every day, I believe. So if you see this person every day, then you should be able to approach him or her and tell him or her that this is what you want. Can we talk now? Or you send an email. You can send an email of how you feel, something. Or if there's a boss to your boss that you can talk to, or maybe like an HR or someone. There must be someone you can talk to, Mary. There must be someone. Yeah, you can send an email expressing yourself, but be careful. I prefer to talk to people face to face than do emails in situations like this. You can imagine, it can be ignored too. Terrible. I mean, that's I was about to say that I prefer to do face to face, because sometimes, because there are there's no facial expression, there's no emotional tone in the email. When you're sending an email to someone, you might be misquoted, so they might see it in another way and get offended by your email. So perhaps you need to find a way of talking to this person. Mary, there must be a way of talking to this person. You must find a way of talking to him or her. Or there's an HR you could speak to. There must be someone in the organization that you'll be able to talk to about this. All right, I hope that helps. Yeah, Danny, I see you. Awoya is from Ghana. Nice to meet you. Thank you for joining. Please, guys, follow me if you're not following me. I don't know if Awoya is following me. I don't know if where's the second person that asked about the relationship? Yeah, Leo. Follow me, everyone. Follow me before you forget. Yeah, please do, Mary. Mary, if you're not following me, please follow. Danny asked the question. Yeah, thank you for joining, Danny. What if someone is having suicidal ideation, asking for a friend? He always has that thought and trying to change it. You can't change suicidal ideation. You get the help you need. Suicidal ideation is not a habit. It's a symptom of a mental health disorder called depression, or it could be any other one, but it's most commonly associated with depression. It's one of the complications of depression. So this person cannot change the thoughts. The person needs help to change the thoughts. Perhaps would need medication or psychotherapy sessions. So, Danny, your friend, asking for a friend, tell your friend to get the help. See a psychiatrist. I'm a psychiatrist, by the way. So if your friend wants to see me, the person should pay and book a session with me, and then I'll be able to help out. Yeah, so your friend needs help, Danny. Your friend needs help. Thank you, Awoya. You guys should sign up for my Audacious program. Awoya, you're a female. Sign up for my Audacious. Sign up for Audacious. It's going to be amazing. All these issues you're talking about, we'll do it in depth. Any questions and all that, we're going to do all of that in the self 4-week self-awareness coaching program. So please sign up. It's just $99, guys. It's affordable and it's going to be for 4 weeks. Please sign up. Don't miss it for anything. I have a guest coming and she's a fantastic woman. You would love to hear from her. And of course, I know you love to hear from me as well. So I'm going to be teaching you guys a lot. I'll do a lot of assessments. I mean, it promises to be a great one. So please sign up. Okay? Any other questions? Any other questions before we end this live? I can't believe it's 1 hour already. It's been nice chatting with you, talking about dealing with difficult people. And I really appreciate that you guys spoke your mind, you asked your questions. I really love that it was interactive. Thank you for showing up and thank you for asking your questions. I hope I've been able to answer everyone. So any other questions, any other comments? If not, we're going to call it a day. All right, guys. Take care of you. Enjoy the rest of your evening. If you're wherever you are, and if it's morning, enjoy the rest of your day. If you're just joining, please go watch the replay. It's been an amazing 1 hour. So, and don't forget to be intentional about your mental health. Yeah, you're welcome, Mary. You're welcome. Elizabeth, thank you for joining. We've been talking for about an hour. Just take your time, watch the replay. If you'd like to sign up for Audacious, send me a DM. I'm more than happy to put you through. If you have any questions about it, please feel free to ask me. All right, have a nice evening, guys. Bye.